Hey, what's up, you guys? I am Mr. Saturn, and I have right here the man, Dominico Salas. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, brother? How you doing?
It's going, man. Thank you for blessing me with this interview. I appreciate you so much. Um, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for blessing me with the interview as well, man. I'm glad that you wanted me on. I'm glad I could put on a show, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Hey, the fans want to get to know you a little better. That's why I'm here. That's why I exist in this BKFC realm.
Good, good, cool. All right.
All right. So, anyways, hey, yeah, BKFC 65, man. What can I say? I had a good time watching you fight. What the hell was going through your mind? And I say this in a positive way. When you see your opponent he just kept dropping after some pretty hard punches. It seemed like he didn't want it. What was going through your mind at that time?
I mean, to be honest, man, I was just so focused on the fight. I was ready for anything. It's kind of like I've done MMA for a few years now, and you just got to always be prepared for anything. And I knew that he was going to be tough coming in. I knew he's a young guy. So the nice thing is, I wasn't expecting him to quit. But I do know one thing, man. Up here in Utah, there's elevation, and I think it hit him a little bit more than he was anticipating. So I definitely hit him hard, but I'm going to give
Yeah.
credit to him. I'm going to give credit to the mountains as well. Those are some X factors I think that made me definitely look really good as well.
Yeah, it was cool. I literally posted a story on my Instagram, just yelling at my TV like he doesn't want anymore. He doesn't want anymore. And then I hear that he gave up. I started screaming my head off, bro. I started screaming my head off. Congratulations, dude.
Well, thank you, brother. And I put in definitely some hard work because I knew, uh, you know, being an out of town guy, I knew the crowd would be on my side, even if they didn't know who I was. But the nice thing is, I got so much love and support from everyone,
Yes.
from Salt Lake to West Valley to my neighborhood, Glendale, Rose Park, everywhere in between. And the nice thing is, I was able to inspire a lot of people this camp, and even people like that just met me and took pictures with me. They said it was very inspiring to see someone local go in there and put on such a show.
Yeah. How did you celebrate after your victory, man? What'd you do?
So I ended up going out with a couple of my fighter friends, my coach, a couple of his friends, people I train, and we ended up having a couple of drinks. Uh, it was nice because normally people would buy me drinks after a fight, but
That's
I
right.
got blessed by some sponsors that gave me a little bit of cash, and I felt so blessed that night. Basically, all the money that I got, I ended up giving it away for either in drinks, tips, or I gave it out to some homeless people money too. Like I was so blessed. Like it was just I wanted to bless people because the experience. Like I'm honest. I'm still high from the experience of not
Of
only
course.
getting in there and fighting, but the experience from the crowd and just all the love. I really felt the love in the arena that night. So
They say it's like electricity. Did you feel it?
it was definitely electricity, and I don't know if like I was a Flash or Thor or whatever. Man, that
Yeah.
electricity has been pumping through me for days, and I'm so blessed that I got to put on a show. It sounds like everyone at BKFC they like me. Uh, Especially being an older guy. I don't feel old, but I definitely know people look at my age. They're like, "Wow, he went out there and did it."
Shoot, you did it. That's exactly what it is. You did it. Not a lot of people do it. They just talk about it. So more power to you.
Well, and that's the biggest thing. So I've been fighting now about 8 years MMA. When I first started training like really full time, throwing myself into this, I was 28 years old. I was like 280 pounds. So I've lost 100 pounds multiple times. So I am living proof. If you have a dream, you chase it, you put in hard work, anything is possible, my man. Like anything. And
Tell
I'm living proof. Literally, I got to fight in front of my hometown and put on a show and make people proud. Win, lose, or draw, I know people would have been proud, but to put on that kind of show where, like, even, people from other states and people that just watch BKFC have actually messaged me and said, oh man, that was one of the best fights.
yeah,
I can't wait to put on a show for everyone again. And like I said, I never like guarantee I'm gonna win or lose or anything like that. All I say is I'm gonna put on a show. I'm gonna come forward and I'm gonna leave it all out on the line. And like you said, there's a lot of people that talk about it, and I don't want to be a talker. I want to be someone that's gonna actually show, um, do what they say they're gonna do.
that's
Man
right.
of their word.
That's right, man. Yeah, I've been kind of doing a little more research on you, and I did catch one interview you did. I think it was at the beginning of the year, and you did mention that you were overweight. You were a big guy. How? What? Can you tell us what you did to shed so much weight? And I'm pretty sure it was you didn't really take your time with it. It kind of just came on fast, Or could you give us any tips?
Well, so when I first started, I started at a gym here in Salt Lake. It's called Ultimate Combat Training Center.
Shout
Ramsey
out.
Najim was their MMA coach. I got because I dabbled, like I went to a couple open mats, I went to classes here or there, but I wasn't really consistent. I got invited to like come do the MMA class, and then they said that they were gonna have a fight team tryout. So I tried out for that. They had us do like a mile run, and I remember throwing up afterwards, and like everyone, no
Uh,
one expected me to last. No, and I understand the way I looked. I was fat. I was a big fan. I've been a fan since the Ultimate Fighter season 1, so I've been watching it and being a fan for years. And not just that, but that started with like my MMA journey. I've been watching boxing since I was a kid, so I've always been a fan, but never really like got serious and trained. I was like 28 years old. I joined the fight team. No one expected me to last, and I ended up being one of the last ones that fight out of that kind of generation that started coming up in the beginning. And like when most people are starting to retire is when I started my career. And age ain't nothing but a number, you guys. I mean, definitely, I know people will look into like, well, you're older, but nice thing is, I didn't take all the punishment from years of competing and things like that. So I think I'm good, or at least I'm good enough to compete with people up here at BKFC and put on shows. So,
you did a good job about that too. So
and I realized, we always got to get better. Life, it's always changing. We're always evolving. I can't rest on my laurels. I can't be thinking I'm some celebrity. In fact, I'm starting camp again on Monday. Haven't got anything. Like, I'm still a little injured, but I'm going to get back into the gym and start, getting back into it. Because I'm going to be honest, man, taking a break a little bit, it's like,
yeah,
it's like, man, I want to go to the gym. I want to go run on a hike, and my body's like, well, we still need a little time, man. You did just fight.
yeah, you just did, dude. How did you transition from MMA to BKFC bare knuckle?
uh, well, really is I fought about a year and a half ago, and I ended up losing that to a great fighter, Johan Rubio. Um, I took some time off. I was coaching because I got a lot of amateurs and even some pros out of the pit that are they're going to be superstars. They're going to be superstars in whatever they decide to do. Uh, they offered me the fight. Well, hold on. So I actually got contacted by not only my coach Ramsey, but Court McGee, UFC fighter. I've trained with him for years. I've known him for years, and he kind of let me know. And when someone like him and Ramsey kind of let me know, I'll take it more serious. And I ended up taking it because I love to strike. I love to bang, bro.
Yeah.
um, I love to put on a show, so I took it. And when I started camp, I think I was like 225 pounds. So I got up there a little bit, and so I cut like 50, 55 pounds in like a month and a half, almost 2 months. So I went,
Jeez.
I went. crazy mode. Now, I do not suggest that. I'm gonna say it like George Clooney: do as I say, don't do as I do. Okay. Listen to all the goals and chasing them and working hard, but any fighter, don't do crazy weight cuts. Don't do something crazy. Stay within your weight realm. But with me, I went full crazy. I went full, like, I burned my boats. The only thing I do is personal training, and I teach MMA and boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. So, but other than that, I was fully committed, and I lived that real fighter's lifestyle, and I've been doing it for a while, and I'm really blessed. I get paid to play fight. Like, everything I wanted as a kid, as a teenager, all into WWE or WWF at the time. Um, like, dude, I literally get paid to play fight, and then sometimes real fight.
Yeah, yeah. I heard you were into wrestling. Who is your one of your favorite wrestlers and female favorite wrestlers?
So as a kid, dude, I loved, like, so I'm not so much into wrestling now. I do follow it a little bit, but I wouldn't say I'm like a fan like how I was. But Rey Mysterio, I mean, the NWO, I mean, DX, The Rock, Stone Cold, I mean, Eddie Guerrero. I
Rest in
mean,
peace.
anyone that did the cruiserweight division back in the WCW days, dude, any of the Mexican wrestlers, like, I loved all that. Like, and I never got a chance to do like wrestling or professional wrestling or even wrestle in high school. But it's so funny how everything's kind of like fighting. It's all kind of intertwined.
That makes sense.
Fans. You can be fans of both, right?
Yeah. Did you and your I know you have brothers, right? You have older brothers?
Yeah, I had three older brothers.
Did you guys ever pretend wrestle each other, slam each other on the bed?
So I was the youngest, so I was the dummy. I was that that
Yeah.
I was the one that was getting beat
Slam.
up,
Yeah.
and so that, and with my mom whooping me as a kid, I think that made me strong and durable and being able to take a punch to give a punch. So
Are you it is Latino, right?
yes, so
Yeah.
I'm half white, half Mexican, so I'm a Latino. I'm a little light skinned, but I rep
That's
for
all
all the
right.
Latinos. Yeah, so
Yeah. So tell us what was it like growing up as being the youngest one? Did your brothers ever come to your defense if you ever got, into a scuffle with some older kids, or do you have any crazy or cool stories you want to share with us?
no, not really. I mean, they would be the ones that would beat me up, and most of the times if I got into fights, I was all by myself anyway, and so I never felt the need to go tell them, hey, I got beat up or I got in a fight. Because most of the times, if it did get to that point, I just like to handle it myself. Um, yeah, that's how I used to do it. But yeah, I just remember my brothers always, because they like the Steiner brothers. So they would put me up on their shoulder, and dude,
And slam me down.
and then one of my brothers, he used to gang bang, so then he'd have homies that would come over and then pick on me. But then it was nice because then when I would get people like my age, like if I had to fight back, I made a couple of them cry. Not like just playing. I was more used to more rough housing, not
Yeah.
like hitting them, but like more rough housing. I guess they made me strong and they weren't. So yeah, it made me tough having older brothers, but I really think my mom really toughened me up the most.
Yeah.
My mom put some whoopings on me. Sometimes it wasn't because of me; it was because of my older brothers. But you know, I'm grateful
Oh my God.
for those whoopings because it made me strong. Like, it made
I
me.
feel it.
I mean, a person that definitely got some licks in with my mom, and it's been a while since I felt something like that.
No, I get it, man. I've had my fair share. So, I guess that's that Latino or Mexican parents.
Yeah, man. And my mom didn't pull no punches, but I love her. The thing is, she's a great mom, and she's a great grandma. So, like, you know, All those years of whoopings, it was good for me. I needed it. It helped
So
me. It
you
helped me for what I do now for a living, right?
for sure. Oh, that's for damn sure. So you are a single father to a daughter, right? If I'm correct.
Correct. So,
So yeah, tell us
yeah,
about that. How is it like? What is it like being a single father? Because that's it's not that common. And then being a single father to a daughter. How is that?
you know, I'm so blessed to have my daughter. My daughter is so amazing. She's 15. She's gonna be 16 in December. Um, and I'm just so proud of her because I say this all the time. She's a nerd. She's into anime. She's into school. She's into like a lot of different cool things, and I just try to support her in whatever she's into. Um, she's trained a little bit. She has some basic understanding, but she is really like passive, and she doesn't like to. She's just so awesome, and I'm so blessed to be her dad and be able to. Just be there because she lives with me currently right now. Baby mama's she's around. Me and her, you know, it is what it is. I wish her the best, and I'm moving on with my life. But the thing about that, it's nice being a single father because the growth I have to do not only for myself and to love myself, but now the love I learn daily to give to my daughter. And it's nice because me and her have a great relationship. I just took her and my mom out to San Diego for 2 days, and we did
Nice.
Vegas 2 days, and it felt good to be able to pay for everything because that makes the fighting worth it for me. Like I, I used a big chunk of that check, but it was all worth it. We got experiences, we got nothing but great times. We ate, and it was just nice. And being a single father, it just I'm blessed, man. I can't even say it's hard because every day is different. I gotta wake up early on days that I'm supposed to sleep in, take her to school, but it's worth it for me to do it for her because she actually loves going to school and she hates it when she's late. So that like that's something that I'm just like she's already showing like high intelligence and good work ethic in whatever she decides to chase, and that just makes me proud as a dad. To at least something I'm doing is right. I don't know what I'm doing is right, but something I'm doing is right. I didn't get the parent handbook, so I've been winging it, but I'm proud of the results I've been getting.
What does your kiddo say about your fighting? What does she think about it?
She loves it. I mean, she understands that that's what I do. It is what it is. My whole life is fighting. Just because I've been doing it so long, and like literally, I'm a coach. Like I said, I'm on my way to go open up sparring. I'm not sparring today. I'm still coaching. I'm just gonna make sure everyone's not going too crazy. But she's proud of me. My mom's proud of me. Um, the people that are important in my life are proud of me, and I mean, I'm doing something that less than 1% of people will ever do. How many people will get into a cage or a ring or fight half naked in front of hundreds, if not thousands, of people and be that vulnerable?
Yeah.
Like, I I give shout out and my hats off to anyone that goes out and competes in any, whether it's a jiu-jitsu tournament, a wrestling tournament, boxing. If you're blessed enough to get up to the level and do a BKFC fight or UFC fight, like that's stuff that it's rare. Like a lot of people are fans and they want to do it, but to get in there and do it, even if you lose, like at least you got in there and did something. And now if you win, that's even better, right?
Yeah, get that better check, man.
Exactly. So yeah, being a single father, you know, I don't want to make it sound like it's only me, because baby mama's still around. She does her thing. She helps. She contributes. So it's not like it's just all me. So I definitely don't want to make it sound like I'm Superman and I take everything by myself. It takes a
Stop
community.
it. You're a
But
Superman.
I'm blessed to have my daughter live with me, and that she gets to see me even when I'm not in camp. That dad has to go out and grind, and sometimes shows up with black eyes. I mean, my black eyes are almost gone now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, almost, almost. Looking clean though. Look like nothing happened, so you're good.
thank you, brother.
So did you used to skate? I think I heard you used to skate, something like that back in the days.
I actually still skate. I just haven't skated it since I signed my contract because I didn't want to do anything to get injured. So
Oh, okay, okay, okay. What
yeah,
how-
so I skate at a local skate park here in Salt Lake. It's in my neighborhood, Glendale. It's Ninth and Ninth Skate Park. Um, I have a lot of homies that are really great skaters. Luckily I found something I'm good at, fighting.
yes, right.
I can still kick flip. I can drop in. I can ride the bull. I can board slide. So I'm pretty basic, but as long as you get out there and ride, just like fighting, to get out there and ride, man. No matter what age you are, you don't get old because you quit skating. I mean, you don't get old because you quit skating. You get old because whatever the saying is.
Yeah, I'll edit that in. Don't worry, I got you, dude.
Oh, okay, cool. It's all
What's
right. You can leave it in. It's okay. It makes people know that I'm real and that I mess up too, guys. There's something in my head that just didn't come out the way I wanted.
bro? I gotta tell
But
you,
do
dude.
you skate?
No, it's funny you asked. I tried when I was like 16, 17, but I couldn't even ollie, and I was always a fat kid, so it just never helped. It just never helped. So no, I didn't. But I was obsessed with the attire. I was big on the shoes, the shirts. I used to love buying the skateboard backpacks, like the whole thing.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
do. I miss the old skate shoes. Like how the Nikes are collectible now. I wish I kept some pairs of my old skate shoes nice. But the thing is, when you skate or do anything like that, man, they get tore up
yeah,
because
yeah.
I didn't have enough money growing up to just be like, oh, well, I get to like save these shoes and keep them nice. It's like, no, I just skate them. I blew through so many shoes. But yeah, I miss the old skate shoes, old DCs, old
Mhm.
Circas, old, I mean,
Remember the Osiris three? I think the
the
3D.
Osiris, the
Yeah,
D3s.
yeah,
See, I was
D3s.
too poor to get the D3s. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted a pair. I had a couple of homies that had them so bad. I never got a pair of those, but yeah, I got a pair of like Stevie Williams.
Hmm.
Um, I remember Adrian Lopez's had a six shoe from Circa. Chad Muska had a six shoe with a
Yeah,
stash pocket.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, the little was it on the tongue, I believe, or
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
yeah. And then there was one where you had lift the insole, and there was a little square where the heel would go.
What were
Which
those iPaths or something?
I don't even remember, bro. That's so
I,
long.
I know we showing our age, right?
Yeah, for
People like
real,
that. That comes with everything nowadays.
for reals. Oh my god, what was what's your go-to skateboard? What's your brand?
What's up?
Your go-to skateboard, what brand do you usually go for when you're out and about looking for a new skateboard?
So I've actually been rocking a lot of my homies' boards, the ninth skateboards. But I like DGKs. I like. I mean, Deathbox is good. I mean, Death Wish. I mean, those are good boards. Just, I mean, to be honest, whenever I need a board, I'll just usually go to the shelf. I'll be like, that one's sick. All right, let's get that one. Oh,
Yeah,
that one's on sale. You know what? I'm a little short on money today. Let's get this cheap
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I was obsessed with the what was it called? The ones that always had the chicks with the big
Hookups.
personality. Yeah, the hookups. Those are my favorite, dude. I don't know. It's just I was a young little pervert, so
Hey, man, those boards sold, and I think they're worth like hella money.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, when I was a kid, I liked Elements. I mean, Baker boards. Just I mean, actually, my favorite thing to buy when I was able to get it was skate videos. Back when you had
Yeah,
actual tapes,
yeah,
VHSs or DVDs. Oh man, that's one thing that was great back in the day. Skate videos, and
Yeah.
then as I got older, it's nice. I started getting into boxing, and then I remember the De La Hoya days, the Trinidad days, the Roy
Mm,
Jones Jr. I mean, Marcos Barrera, Antonio Margarito, like all them like great Mexican fighters. Julio Cesar Chavez, and then of course watching some wrestling, and then I remember because when I was 15, my dad passed away, so I was out on my
sorry.
own at 16. So I remember being at my house by myself and the Ultimate Fighter season one came on, and I got to watch Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner. I was one of those people. I called my friends. I was like, "Yo, you gotta, dude, turn on Spike TV, dude. These white boys are messing each other up." I didn't know if we could swear, but
That's how
so
I am with BKFC, dude. I'm talking about it with everybody all the time.
dude, and that's what got my love into like fighting. And then just like I tell people, there was something that says you can do that, you know. And I just didn't want to be that guy that said, you know, I can do that, but I never did. And then, like I said, I tried a couple classes here and there throughout the years. Still a fan, and then just one day, 27, 28 years old, I threw myself into it, and then, look at where I'm at.
Yeah.
Anything's possible, guys. Anything is possible. I'm telling you.
Are people surprised when they meet you, then later find out, oh damn, this guy fights, or he's into MMA? Are people surprised just getting to know your personality? Because you're just like a really outgoing type of. I can feel the energy, bro. Like I'm having a good time.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I feel your energy too. This is a great
Thanks.
podcast.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks.
what's funny? I, people say I'm outgoing and they love my personality. What I realize about my personality, either you love me or you hate me. It's either you love it and it's contagious, or it's like, God, this dude's annoying. Shut up. So I get both sides. Um, you know, I think it's funny. A lot of people they just assume I'm a fighter, and then I always ask them because I've been asked like, they're like, "Are you a fighter?" I'm like, "Is it the nose or the ears?"
That's right.
And then sometimes they'll tell me, "Oh, your ears," or "Nah, yeah, you got that fighter nose." Or sometimes they're like, "Well, you just look like a fighter," and I'm like, "What does that mean?" um, but I think once people get to talk to me, like I'm all about having fun and having a good time and trying to put a smile on someone's face. And I realize not everyone lives that way, and not everyone wants to put a smile on their face. So, um, but I just try to be me. I try to be happy. I just try to show people, being happy, especially even the fight game. Like, I don't need to be like mad. I don't need to do extra. I don't need to talk down on my opponent. Like, in fact, I wish him the best. Wish him good. I wish him a good fight because I want a good fight. I want someone that's gonna like fight, and it's gonna be a fight. Because I always think, people spend their hard-earned money to come see me. Let's give the people what they're looking for. So,
That's right.
um, yeah.
Well, hey, we're rooting for you, man. We can't wait to see what the future has in hold. Do you have any news? Have anybody told you? Anybody reached out about a fight?
Um, no, not yet. I've been hearing like good things that obviously the big boss man liked the fight. A lot of people backstage, they like the fight. They like my press conference afterwards. So I think I did a good job, and like same thing. Like I try to shout out everyone and give everyone love. The people that work behind the scenes at the show that don't get love. Like shout out to everyone that ran the whole thing, the whole show. Shout out to you with this awesome podcast, allowing me to get on and just
Thanks,
ramble
buddy.
forever. Just
Hey,
but
that's what it's about, man. We're trying to get to know you, dude. And just to go off of that, I actually have a few more questions just to wind it down because I know
of
you're
course.
driving and everything.
Oh yeah, you're good. I'm almost to my spot anyway, so we're
See, that
good.
was perfect, right? Perfect timing. So I appreciate you being with us, man. It's nice getting to know you. Let's make this a little more fun. I have some fun questions for you now.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, right now, just because I saw it most recently, I'd say that Deadpool and Wolverine. That was a sick movie.
That
I'm a
was
I'm
fun.
a undercover Marvel nerd, so
Mm,
yeah, that was a good movie. Just right off the top of my head. But I mean, I love like old school movies like Blood in Blood Out.
that's right. Oh yeah. Oh,
I
you're
mean,
Mexican, bro.
Training
You're
Day.
Mexican.
I'm a sucker for old fighting, old kung fu movies. Like, you know, uh, yeah, anything action or comedy, you had me at hello.
What's the last thing you were listening to on your Spotify or wherever you listen to music?
Uh, let's see. Actually, it was Boozy Badass. Oh,
All
sorry.
right, all right. No, you're good. You're
Did
good.
that? It was a little Boozy and Webby. It was actually uh, Wipe It Out. That was the last song that was actually on. And then the
What?
next song it looks like is Nas, New York State of Mind. That's the next one in the queue.
Oh shit. Oh shit. All right. I like your music. What's your go-to food, comfort food? You just had a long day training, and you can eat a little extra. But what's your go-to plate?
Oh, you know, some tacos is always hits the spot. Some carne asada, some al pastor. I mean, that hits the spot. But since I've been trying to be consistent with the healthiness, I love like a steak with like some sweet potato fries and like some vegetables. Like if I'm going healthy that way, I think that hits the spot when I'm going on the healthy.
All right, all right, all right. What's the weirdest dream you've had, whether recently or that you can just remember?
Uh, that's a good question. You know, it's kind of weird when I feel like I have dreams of doing things like I had a dream of me in the fight, and I think that was just me leading up and visualizing. But I had a dream of one of my knockdowns where I kind of bumped him and he fell into uh, the ring post at the end. So I would say that was a little freaky. After kind of looking back during the fight, I was like, man, I think I dreamed that. Maybe I'm high, but
Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? And do you have a preference for beer or hard liquor?
uh, it just depends. I'll drink both. Um, I'm a tequila guy. I will drink almost anything but gin. I don't think unless it's like in an AMF and I'm trying to get white girl wasted. Oh my god. Usually it's like tequila or whiskey. Um, beer. I mean, I love Coronas, Modelo's,
Mm,
Pacificos,
yes.
um, Big Wave. It's nice. I like to try different beers. So those are just ones off the top of my head. I like to drink.
Are you a homebody or do you like being outdoors?
I like both. I mean, there's times where I'll go on hikes for every day or go out and about with the friends and hang out. And there will be days where I just stay home for a few days and just kind of lock down. So I like to switch things up. So a little bit of both.
What is the funnest fan interaction you've had?
Oh, I mean, just the whole experience of the BKFC once I got out to the crowd, and because I put my clothes on, I looked all like fresh. I put my collar, shirt, and vest on and everything, and had my hat on to match everything. So people were kind of looking, and then they saw me. They're like, "Oh, that fool just fought." And so just the experience with like the younger kids wanting like pictures with me, and then me being able to tell them, hey, follow your dreams. Whatever your dream is, I don't know what your dream is, man. Whatever it is, just follow it, put the hard work in, things like that. I think that was because I don't know. who saw me. I don't know if I inspired them or even just some kind words. What I said to them might help them in their future goals or dreams. Because
That's right.
that's what I like is even the opportunity to help someone that I have no idea that I helped. Because I've done that because I'm a coach. I'm at fights a lot, MMA, boxing, jiu-jitsu. And I guess a few years ago, I told a fighter, hey man, keep your head up, keep training, da da da, like some coach stuff. And then he won, like, I don't know, it was a few months ago or whatever it was, and like a good knockout. And then he came up to me afterwards and he's like, it's because of what you said. I was like, I don't even remember saying that, my man. Okay, cool. I forgot. I get punched in the head a lot, so.
Oh my God, dude. All right, let's wrap this up with a good one. There is alien invasion, and you can pick two other buddies. It could be old coaches. I don't know. You're anybody. Who would you pick and why?
Oh,
Right now, you're driving and there's a UFO right above you. Hey, you got to get off the phone. You got to hang up with me right now. You got to call two people. Who and why?
I'd have to say Joe Rogan. um,
Shout out to Joe Rogan.
no, I mean, I just figured he'd already have everything like ready to go, and just and he'd probably have some great comedians with him. At least we'll be laughing as we're shooting. And then let's do Goggins, man. He's a military guy. He knows how to shoot things.
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
him or Jocko Willens or something like that. So yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know what those guys just pop right at the top of my head. I'm like, I had their numbers and they're like, "Hey Dom, we seen you on BKFC. We got your back." I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
Oh my God, dude. Any shout outs, any thanks you want to give out to anybody, any messages? Right now, buddy, go for it. It's all you.
All right. Oof. Well, I wish I had my sponsors on me right now. This is gonna be tough. But shout out to first of all, my home gym, the Pit SLC. Shout out to Ninth and Ninth Skate Park, all my homies out in Glendale, the 104, whole West Side, everyone in Salt Lake City, everyone in Utah, just everyone in general that's watched the fight and supports. I appreciate the love and support. I even appreciate the hate. Keep it coming too, because we need some of that too. Um, Shout out to Sugar Splash. Shout out to Natty Addy. Um, we're gonna shout out Sauced Up Salsa. I mean, let's see. I mean, there's so many people. Sorry, I don't have it right off the top of my head. I wasn't prepared. I'm kind of driving, but just anyone that supported me throughout the years, came, bought a ticket, watched me on TV, YouTube. I appreciate the love and support. So I want to thank you and you and you in the back too. I want to thank you too. So and dude, I want to thank you for having me on such a dope podcast, man. Thank you for these questions at the end, especially. I like these little questions. Made me think a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate you, man. It's just I got a dream, so I'm trying to pursue it. And when I interview you guys, it's just it keeps me going because you guys are some of the hardest working people that I follow on for combat sports. You guys get it. You guys get it.
Well, I'm glad that we can shine together because I'm gonna shine on your podcast and you're gonna get some followers. And I want us all to shine together. Shout out to everyone at BKFC. Shout out to one of the owners, Conor McGregor. I mean, Connor, I'm looking for that 60 G.
Woo! All
So I
right.
can't wait to put on a show for you guys. Hey man, check out BKFC. I mean, subscribing monthly, it's not a lot. I mean, it's less than Netflix. So if you want, you can watch some great fights like every week, and you can find great people like me. And like I said, when I'm fighting, I'm gonna definitely put on a show for you guys. If you guys want to follow me on my Instagram, it's Dominico801. I have a TikTok, same thing. And yeah, definitely follow, like, subscribe, share this podcast with, and more importantly, share this podcast with your friends.
Uh-oh. We lost him.
Oh, probably cut out.
I think we're back. Yeah, we're
Look,
back.
it's
We're
your
back.
day, baby. Follow your dreams.
All right, man. I appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.